Praise the Lord. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the new session. Dear students, we have been solving the exercise problems from the fifth chapter, which is complex numbers. In this session, we are going to solve the questions from the exercise 5.2. And most of the questions related in this exercise will be finding the modulus, argument, and finally writing the given complex number into the polar form. Okay. Right, hope you have all the idea about it. Before this, just have a quiet look, which gives you the revision of what we are going to do in this class. So if you think of the given complex number z is equal to x plus iy or a plus ib, we know modulus of the any complex number x plus iy is given by modulus of z is nothing but mod z, which will actually be nothing but the radius of the circle. We usually take it as r. That value will be square root of the x value plus square of the x value plus square of the y value. Means we know that x is the real part of z and y is the imaginary part of z. This is actually the modulus of z. If you want the conjugate of z, we know it is x minus iy, no doubt about it. Now going into the polar form, we have to first actually find the value of theta. For me to find the value of theta, you should actually find the value of alpha. Well, once we start solving the problems, you'll come to know how we find alpha. For fun, look here, if the point lies or the complex number is in the first quadrant, then theta and alpha both are same. If it lies in the second quadrant, then theta will be pi minus alpha. If the point or the complex number is in the third quadrant, you will be having theta as alpha minus phi. And finally, if it is in the fourth quadrant, then the theta value will be, theta means the argument or also called the amplitude. Okay, modulus value is r, argument value will be the theta value. So fourth quadrant, theta will be minus of alpha. Okay, so once you get the value of theta, you will get z is equal to, this is the polar form, most important one. There are 3 more questions related to polar form. So z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Fine. So you can find out alpha by taking either alpha is equal to tan inverse of modulus y by x, or simply this is actually the simplest way. You can also consider sin alpha or cos alpha. Better we consider tan alpha. Tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. Okay, this is actually the few basic terms required for me to solve the given problems. Okay, so let us straight away go into the first question of the exercise 5.2. So here comes the question. So read the question, very simple one. Find the modulus and the arguments of the following complex numbers. For our benefit, we can also write the polar form also. Okay, so once the complex number is given, write it as z is equal to minus 1 minus I root 3. So what we will first do is consider the given complex number as equation 1. Okay, and note down my x comma y. So x comma y is nothing but x is minus 1, which is real part, and y is minus root 3, isn't it? Now we can see here, this follows which quadrant this is. Both are negative, so this follows my third quadrant, isn't it? So in the third quadrant, you should know what is the value of theta. Okay, so first let us find out the value of r. Okay, what is actually r? Therefore r is nothing but modulus of z. Modulus of z is equal to r, that is equal to square root of x square plus y square. Okay, so that will give me square root of what is x. This is minus 1 square plus y is nothing but minus root 3 whole square. So this will give me square root of minus 1 square is 1 plus minus square becomes positive, root 3 square becomes 3. Okay, so you get root 4. Therefore you get the value of r is equal to 2. Remember, r is actually, which this corresponds to the radius of the circle. You actually don't consider it as the negative value. So usually when we have root 4, we consider plus or minus 2, but you always consider plus 2. Okay, so once you get this, therefore now I want the value of, first let me find out alpha. Now tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. Okay, so this implies tan alpha is equal to modulus of what is y. Y is minus root 3 divided by x is minus 1. Okay, therefore my tan alpha would be mod minus minus goes off. This will be nothing but root 3. Now therefore tan what value is root 3? We know tan 60 degree is root 3. So this is nothing. Alpha will be pi by 3. Once you get this, you will find out the value of theta. Now please note it down. The quadrant is third quadrant. Therefore, my argument value, that is theta, argument is equal to theta, that is equal to, you will be having alpha minus pi. Remember, this is the simplest way of finding it. So this is nothing but alpha is actually pi by 3 minus pi. So if you take the LCM, you will get pi minus 3 pi divided by 3. Okay, so you will get minus 2 pi by 3. Okay, so this is my what? Argument. Is it clear? So let's write down the final values. Modulus of z. Mod z is nothing but, we have already found out, this is actually 2. You can take it as the final answer. And argument value will be actually theta. Theta value is nothing but minus 2 pi by 3. Okay. And finally, polar form. So polar form is nothing but z is equal to r into, I told you r is equal to 2 into cos theta. So it is cos of, what is theta value? Minus 2 pi by 3 plus I sine minus 2 pi by 3. I am just giving you additional information. This is writing the polar form. Yes, just asked you modulus and argument. In case if he asks you the polar form also, this would be the required answer. Okay, so this was all about the first question. So once you have gone through this concept, you can solve any type of questions. Okay, so let's take up with the second one. So let us take up the second question. The second question is z is equal to minus root 3 plus I. Okay, so consider the given complex number as equation 1. Now here, first find out x comma y. Your x value is the real part, which is minus root 3, and y value is I into 1, that is 1. Now you can see here, this follows which quadrant it is? Minus n plus. Minus n plus is nothing but the second quadrant, isn't it? This point lies in the second quadrant. Fine. Now let us find first the modulus value. Mod z is equal to r. This is actually square root of x square plus y square. Fine. So this is square root of x square is minus of root 3 whole square plus 1. So this will give me square root of root 3 square is negative square becomes positive. This will be 3. 1 square is 1. So this is root 4. Similarly, you will get r is equal to 2 again in this case, which means the modulus value of the complex number is 2. Okay. Therefore, first let me find out the second quadrant. First let me find out tan alpha is equal to modulus of, sorry, don't take this minus, modulus of y by x. Okay. Now come substitute tan alpha is equal to modulus of, what is y value? Y value is 1 divided by x value is minus root 3. So this will imply tan alpha is equal to, you can simply write 1 divided by root 3. Therefore, you will get tan alpha is nothing but tan what value is root 1 by root 3? Tan pi by 6, 30 degrees, isn't it? Therefore, alpha is equal to pi by 6. Is it clear? Once you get the value of alpha, you should actually get the value of theta. Okay. Hence, what will be the value of theta? Theta will be a second quadrant, isn't it? So in the second quadrant, theta will be pi minus alpha. So that is nothing but pi minus pi by 6. So if you take the LCM, this will be 6. So 6 pi minus 5, you will get 5 pi by 6. Is it clear? So this is all about what I wanted. Hence, you can write the conclusion. Actually, the problems are very simple, provided you should know how to calculate the value of r and theta. R is very simple. Only you should be careful when you are finding out the value of the amplitude, which is theta. So here comes the conclusion. What is the value of modulus? So mod z is equal to the value of r. So that is equal to 2. Now argument value. Remember, argument value is theta, not alpha. So theta is nothing but you got 5 pi by 6. Okay, that's it. Now coming to the polar form, we know the polar form is nothing but z is equal to r into, it would be nothing but cos theta plus I sin theta. Therefore, what is the polar form? Z is equal to r value is 2. So 2 into cos, what is theta? Theta is 5 pi by 6 plus I sin again theta, which is 5 pi by 6. So this completes the given solution for the question. Okay, all the questions in this exercise just follow the same procedure, finding out the modulus, amplitude, and finally writing into the polar form. So don't you feel this is a very simple questions? Of course they are simple. And that's it. Let's take up the next questions. Therefore the third question we have is z is equal to 1 minus I. Consider the given complex number as equation 1. So if you consider the values of x and y, real part x is 1, imaginary part y is minus 1. So consider plus and minus, we know this falls into the fourth quadrant, isn't it? This point lies in my fourth quadrant. So please name it. Once the quadrant is 4, so theta value will be negative alpha. Okay, please bear it in mind. Therefore, mod z is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So this is nothing but square root of, you will get 1 square plus minus 1 square. So this will be nothing but square root of 1 plus minus 1 square is also 1. So you will get root 2. Therefore, modulus value, I am not going to write once again. Modulus of z is nothing but r value. That value is nothing but root 2. Okay. So let me frame it. So my modulus value is done. Is it clear? So let me, to find out my amplitude value, I want the value of alpha. So tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. So this will give me tan alpha is equal to modulus of, what is y value? Y value is minus 1, x value is 1. Therefore, you will actually get tan alpha is equal to modulus of 1 by 1 is nothing but 1. Tan what value is 1? We all know tan 90 is 1. Therefore, alpha value would be, sorry, tan 45 is 1, not 90. Tan 45 is 1. Therefore, 45 is pi by 4. You will get the alpha value as pi by 4. Okay. Hence, let us find out the theta, which is the argument. So, what is theta? Here, theta value is nothing but minus alpha. Why minus alpha? Because it is fourth quadrant. Therefore, theta value is minus of pi by 4. Okay. So I've got both the values. If I want, you can consider this modulus value as equation 2 and argument value is equation 3. Okay. Now let us write the polar form and complete the solution. So what is polar form? We know z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay. Therefore, this will give me z is equal to r value is root 2 into cos, what is theta? It is minus pi by 4 plus I sin minus pi by 4. So this will be my final answer. Okay. Very simple exercise these are, because I think you can expect one such question in your exam. Important questions this is, finding the polar form of the given complex numbers. Okay, fine. So that's it with question number 3. Let us take up the next one. Taking up the fourth question, I have z is equal to minus 1 plus I. Actually, all these are similar questions. Taking up the values of x and y, x value is real part minus 1 and the y value is imaginary part, which is plus 1. So minus and plus, which quadrant you get? We know minus and plus is nothing but the second quadrant. Isn't it? The point lies in the second quadrant. Let us first find the modulus value. Therefore, r value is nothing but mod z. That will give me square root of x square plus y square. So this will give me square root of x is minus 1 square plus 1 square. So this will give me root of 1 plus 1. I will simply get root 2. Similar to the previous problem. These are actually, all the points are same. Only thing is in different quadrants. That is the only change between the question number 3, 4 and the coming question number 5 also. Okay. Now fine. Next. Fine. Therefore, mod z value is equal to r. That value is root 2. I can take this as equation 2. Let me frame it for your clarity. Once that is done, let us find out the value of alpha. Tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. So you will get tan alpha is equal to modulus of y. What is y value? 1 divided by minus 1. Okay. Again you will get here tan alpha is equal to 1. Okay. Tan what value is 1? You can simply write this implies alpha is equal to pi divided by 4, because tan 45 degrees is 1. We know tan 45 is 1, isn't it? Now coming to the second quadrant, what is the value of theta? We know in the second quadrant, the theta value is nothing but pi minus alpha, isn't it? So let us find the value of theta here. So that is nothing but pi minus pi by 4. So if you simplify this, you will simply get theta value is LCM would be 4. 4 pi minus pi, you will get 3 pi by 4. Is it clear? So let me take this as equation 3 and frame it as the required solution. Now writing the polar form, I will write it directly, but you make sure you write the formula and then substitute. We know z is equal to r into, r value is root 2 into cos theta. So it is cos, what is theta value? 3 pi by 4. Please don't make a mistake of taking the value of alpha. Rather, you have to take the value of theta plus I sin theta value. So that is 3 pi by 4, and that will complete the solution for this question. Okay, so this would be the required polar form for the given complex number. Considering the fifth question, we will have z is equal to minus 1 minus I. You can take this as equation 1. Considering the values of x and y, x value is the real part minus 1, y value is imaginary part, that is also minus 1. Now you can check here, both are negative. This falls into the third quadrant, isn't it? For both are negative, falls into the third quadrant. Okay. Hence let us find the value of z, which is the modulus of z. Modulus of z is the value of square root of x square plus y square. That will give me square root of minus 1 square plus minus 1 square. This will again be square root of minus 1 square is 1. Again minus 1 square is 1. So you will simply get r value is root 2. Okay. Therefore, you can consider z is equal to, mod z is equal to r. That is nothing but root 2. Take it as equation 2. Let me frame it for you. Sometimes they may ask you to find the value of just the modulus of z for 1 mark. Please note it down. Okay. ಬರೀ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವು ಸರಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಬರೀ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ y by x. That will give me tan alpha is equal to modulus of y value is negative 1, x value is also negative 1. Therefore, again see, it will just follow the same procedure. Tan alpha will be minus 1 by minus 1 is actually 1. Modulus of 1 is also 1. So this will give me the alpha value is nothing but tan what value is 1? We know tan 45 is 1. Hope you don't make any mistake here. Therefore, the alpha value is nothing but pi by 4. Okay. Now make sure going into the value of theta. Okay. So which quadrant is this? Third quadrant, isn't it? So the third quadrant, theta value is nothing but pi alpha minus pi. You have to remember this, otherwise you will make mistake. Okay. So therefore, let us find the value. Theta is nothing but what is alpha? Alpha is nothing but pi by 4 minus pi. Okay. So if you take the LCM, you will get 4. You will get pi minus 4 into pi. Therefore, the value of theta would be minus 3 pi by 4. This will be the value of the argument. So you can take this as equation 3. I'll frame it in the red one. Once the modulation and amplitude is got, we will directly write out the polar form. So let us write the polar form directly. The polar form is nothing but z is equal to, what is the value of r? R value is root 2 into cos theta. What is theta? If you have a negative value, please write down negative. Cos minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sine of minus 3 pi by 4. This will give me my required polar form of the given complex number. Okay? Any confusions or doubt illa tane? Because we are just following the same procedure from the question number 1. Okay? Fine. There is one more special question similar to the one. So we have done all the three numbers with the three quadrants. Let us take the same complex number in the first quadrant, which is similar to the previous three ones. So which is z is equal to 1 plus I. Here x and y both will be 1 and 1. Both are positive, will lie in the first quadrant. Okay. So taking the value of r, which is mod z, which is square root of x square plus y square. If you substitute, you again get the value of radius. You can, this is just like the circle, all the 4 points which we saw, this one and the question number 5 and the remaining 2, they are the 4 points, that is complex numbers on the same circle. ಸರ್ಕಂಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂತಹ 4 ಪಾಯಿಂಟು 4 ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು, ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ 2 ಒನ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ವೈ? ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ that all these points lie on the same circumference of the same circle. Okay. Now let us only change would be the value of theta. Okay. So in the similar way, let me find the value of alpha for you. Substituting in the same way, if you take tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x, even in this case, you will get the value of alpha is same, which is pi by 4. But only thing, as I told you, which changes is the value of theta. We know that in the first quadrant, theta value, alpha value, both are same, isn't it? Therefore, the value of theta would be pi by 4. You can take this as equation 3 and let us directly write the polar form. Hence, the polar form for this complex number would be root 2. R value is root 2. Root 2 into cos theta. Theta is pi by 4. So, cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4. If you want, you can cross check this. What is cos pi by 4? It is 1 by root 2. And what is I sine pi by 4? I is a complex part. Sine pi by 4 is again 1 by root 2, isn't it? So if in both the terms, denominator will be 1 by root 2. If you take common, if you cancel with the outside, you have multiplied by root 2. Root 2 and root 2, if you cancel, you will be just with left over with 1 plus I into 1. That is 1 plus I. You will get back the original complex number. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಇದನ್ನು ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೆರಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೋಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಡಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸರಿನಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್. Let's take up the question number 7. We have z is equal to root 3 plus I, similar to the first one. So x value would be root 3. Imaginary part y would be 1. You can see here both are positive. So that means this lies in the first quadrant. Correct? So once lies in first quadrant, value of r, which is root of x square plus y square. So that is nothing but square root of, you can take root 3 square plus 1 square. Okay, so that will be square root of root 3 square value is 3 and 1 square is 1. You will get root 4. Okay, what is root 4? As I told you, you can simply write it as 2. Okay, therefore, the modulus of z value, which is r. Therefore, modulus of z value is equal to r. This value is 2 in this case. Let me take this as equation 2 and let me frame it. Moving on to finding out alpha, we know tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. If you substitute y is 1, x is root 3. Take out the modulus, you will get tan alpha is 1 by root 3. Tan what value is 1 by root 3? We know this will imply tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3, isn't it? So 30 degrees means pi by 6. Okay, so alpha value is pi by 6. Note down the quadrant is first quadrant. So because it is first quadrant, we know theta value, alpha value both are same, isn't it? Therefore, I can write directly the value of theta is also pi divided by 6, and hence we can write the polar form for this question. So moving on to the next one. So this would be the required polar form. Z is equal to 2 into cos pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6. Okay. Fine students, this was a simple one. Now the next question I'll give you as a homework because it's very similar to the previous question. Only thing is x and y values would be interchanged. Previous one was root 3 plus I. Here it is 1 plus I root 3. Means your x was root 3 and y value is 1. Your x value will be 1 and y value will be root 3. Okay, you can find out the polar form in the similar pattern. I will give you this question as a homework for you. Okay, and I believe in you that my students who are watching this video will definitely be able to find the polar form for this. Okay, so trusting you, let me go on to the next question. Let us take up the next question. This question may seem interesting. I've given z is equal to minus 3. Is this a complex number? Yes. Let us try to write it in a plus ib form. That is why you should know how to write any number in a plus ib form. So it is minus 3 plus I into imaginary term is absent. That means it is minus 3 plus I into 0. I into 0 will be 0. That is why. Now I can take this as equation 1. So here you can check the values of x and y. X value would be minus root 3 and y value would be 0. Now 0 actually you would always consider this as positive. Okay, usually we have the habit of considering 0 as positive though it is neutral. So minus and plus will be nothing but the point will lie on the second quadrant. Okay, for our benefit we will consider in this way because this will make our work job easier. Okay, and hence let us find the value of z. That is mod z. Mod z is root of x square plus y square. So that will be nothing but minus 3 square plus 0 square. 0 square I can take it simply 0. So minus and square will go off. Okay, 3 square will be 9 plus 0. So you will get root 9. That means you will simply have plus 3. Remember 9 is nothing but 3 square. So you will get root 9 is nothing but plus 3. Remember, don't take negative value here. Therefore, we have got the modulus value. So modulus of z is nothing but value of r, that is equal to root 3. Okay, fine. Now checking for the value of alpha. Tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. That will give you modulus of 0 by minus 3. Now what is 0 by anything? If the numerator is 0, it would be completely 0. Okay. The denominator is not supposed to be 0, then it would be not defined. If the numerator is 0, then the value becomes 0. Now can you tell me tan what value is 0? We all know tan 90 is 0 because, sin 0 is 0. Because since sin 0 is 0, so tan 0 will be 0. You will get alpha is equal to 0. Okay. Now check the quadrant. It is second quadrant. Now what is the value of theta here? In the second quadrant, the theta value is nothing but pi minus alpha, isn't it? So it will be pi minus alpha. Now since alpha is 0, you will directly get theta is equal to pi minus 0. Therefore I can write theta is nothing but the value pi. Okay, and hence we can write the polar form, and that would be polar form z is equal to 3 because r is 3 into cos pi plus I sin pi. Okay, had you noticed the difference? In this complex number was purely real. There was no imaginary part because the imaginary part was 0. Okay, so let us consider one more complex number where we will be just having the imaginary part whereas the real part would be 0. Okay, let us consider one more question, that is the question number 8. So the given complex number is simply z. That can be written as z is equal to 0. Real part is 0 plus I into 1. take this as equation 1, and you can consider x comma y is nothing but x is 0, y is 1. You can see here both are positive. As I told you, 0 consider it as positive, both are positive is nothing but it is the first quadrant. Okay, now coming to the value of z, mod z is equal to square root of, it is x square plus y square. I think it is fair enough to write directly 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, so that is square root of 1, that is nothing but 1. Are you following? R value is 1, therefore I can write mod z values are, that is nothing but 1. If you want, you can consider this as equation 2 and frame it. Okay, now value of alpha. Now I have tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. So tan alpha is equal to modulus of y value is 1, x value is 0. Please be very careful here. Actually I get tan alpha is equal to how much? 1 by 0. If the denominator is 0, I told you, you will get infinity. Okay, now can you tell me tan what value is infinity? We all know. So this will imply alpha is equal to pi by 2, 90. Why did I write this? Because you should remember, because tan 90 is equal to infinity. I am just using this result, tan 90 is equal to infinity. Okay, and remember again, this is the which quadrant? First quadrant. In the first quadrant, theta value is same as alpha value. Okay, so that means therefore my theta value would be nothing but pi by 2. Okay, therefore you can finally write its polar form. So kindly remember this polar form, dear students. R into cos theta plus I sin theta. Theta is 90, R is equal to 1. Therefore Z is actually simply I. So we know I value is root of minus 1. Its complex number, sorry, its polar form is nothing but cos 90 plus I sin 90. You can cross check. We know cos 90 is 0, sin 90 is 1. So I into 1 will be simply I. Okay, please remember it. You can use this as a formula in further cases. So if z is equal to I, simply I, then the polar form is, it is cos 90 plus I sin 90. Fine. Dear students, we have completed all the exercise questions from the exercise 5.2. So let us take up one last question, because this is the most important question. It has been asked most number of times in your examination for 3 marks, to convert the given complex number into the polar form. Please note it down. Let us solve this and we can conclude the session. So z is nothing but minus 16 divided by 1 plus I root 3. You can see here this complex number is not in a plus ib form. So I have a lot of work to do. First, I have to bring this into a plus ib form, and then I have to find out the polar form. Okay, so how do I find out the a plus ib form? We know we have to rationalize the denominator. So it is 1 plus minus 16 divided by 1 plus I root 3, multiply and divided by 1 minus I root 3. So it is 1 minus I root 3 divided by 1 minus I root 3. This is nothing but, you will get minus 16 into 1 minus I root 3 divided by, it is a plus b into a minus b. You will get a square minus b square. B square is I root 3 square. So this will be nothing but minus 16 plus, it is 16 root 3, or else let me keep this minus outside because I may have to divide. So it is minus 16 into 1 minus I root 3 divided by 1 square is 1 minus root 3 square is actually it is 3 and it is I square. Okay, and we all know the value of I square is nothing but minus 1, because I is root of minus 1, isn't it? So therefore you will get this as minus 16 into 1 minus I root 3 divided by, this becomes 1 plus 3. Okay, so this will become minus 16 into 1 minus I root 3 divided by 4. Okay, therefore my complex number becomes z is equal to, you can cancel 4 ones are 4 times, so it is minus 4 into 1 minus I root 3, or you can further simplify this it to write it in a plus ib form is minus 1 into 4 is minus 4, minus into minus becomes plus, I into it is 4 root 3. Okay, let me take this as equation 2. Now this is my required complex number into my a plus ib form. Here onwards I can find the value of mod z and theta. So let's check what is the value of x and y. It is simply x value is minus 4 and y value is 4 root 3, isn't it? Now 1 is negative, x is negative, y is positive. This value you can find it in the second quadrant, isn't it? Okay, once this is clear, let me find out the value of mod z. Mod z is equal to square root of x square plus y square, that will nothing but square root of minus 4 square plus 4 root 3 square. Please be careful in this case. So this is nothing but square root of minus square becomes positive, 4 square will give me 16. Okay, plus now 4 square is 16 into root 3 square is 3. So 16 3s is, we know 16 3s is 48. So this will give me root 48 plus 16 will give me 48 plus 250. It is 64. What is root 64? That is actually simply 8, isn't it? Because 8 square is 64. So I get the value of r is nothing but 8. Therefore, mod z is nothing but the value of r. This value is 8. I can take this as equation 3 and frame it because I need this to find the value of, so to write the polar form. Hence finally the value of alpha I have to find. Tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. So tan alpha is equal to modulus of, what is y value? Check here. Y value is 4 root 3 divided by minus 4. Okay. Therefore, tan alpha would be modulus, because it is modulus, negative goes off, 4 and 4 gets cancels. You will simply get root 3. This will give me tan what value is root 3, tan what angle is root 3, tan 60 degrees is root 3. That is nothing but alpha is pi divided by 3. Are you following? Okay, so once I get the value of pi, let me find out the value of theta. Now which quadrant? Second quadrant. So second quadrant, what is the value of theta? We know it is pi minus alpha, isn't it? So it is pi minus alpha. Hence, you get theta is equal to pi minus pi by 3. If you take the LCM, it will be 3. You cross multiply, it is 3 pi minus pi. Therefore, the value of theta would be 2 pi by 3. Hence, let us write the polar form for this complex number. Therefore, the polar form z. Z means my original complex number, which is minus 16 divided by 1 plus I root 3. This is nothing but r. What is r value? 8. So 8 into cos theta plus I sin theta, that means cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. Okay, please note it down, dear students. No, write down neatly. This is a very, very important question. If you have any doubts, you can check the previous year's question papers. It has been asked many times for 3 marks. Okay, so that's all we have in this session, where we have dealt all the exercise questions from the exercise 5.2 pertaining to writing the polar form of the given complex numbers. Kindly leave your reviews or comments in our comment box. That will help us to improve ourselves. And don't forget to share this video with all of your friends, which would benefit them, and also it would support us. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. In the next video, we will solve the remaining exercise questions from the exercise 5.3. Until then, take care of your health. God bless you all, and bye.